I found Loka Yoga School probably about a year before coming. And so just like I'm doing now, I watched so many testimonials and just heard so many people say such wonderful things about Taryn and Jan and Alka, who were our teachers during this time. As many people know, you can always hear people talking and you never really know until you experience it if it's actually true and authentic. When we got here, I think you could see just the genuine and authenticness and the love that all the teachers have here. It truly was so welcoming and for me just very calming, especially coming from leaving my life behind in another country and coming here. I kind of felt like I knew within the first couple of days that this was the right decision and that I wouldn't really rather be anywhere else for my transition, and just to really have a grounding experience. Coming into the first week, I didn't really know what to expect. Like I said, you hear things and everything, but I think I didn't know how much work it was going to end up being. I mean, obviously, you know, it's like 200 hours, but what it actually is 200 hours and what does that 200 hours mean? And you read everything, but you don't know until you fully immerse yourself and experience it to see how the hours are going to feel. The first week was a lot of fun. You just got to meet so many new people, and all of the people here kind of said it felt like a family pretty instantly, just with the amount of love that everyone shared and just wanting to get to know each other and what is everyone's journeys, why are they here? Like it was just, you could tell everyone was here to grow together. As much as it's your own journey, it's very empowering to have people around you that want to share that same experience and do it with you. And also just knowing you're not alone, I think was also something amazing about the group that was here. Like, you knew you were never alone. If you really needed something, there was someone next door who would be happy to listen or give you a hug. I got lots of hugs and I love hugs. So that was great. Everyone was very nice with the hugs. It felt like home to me pretty fast. Coming into this, I've had a decent amount of experience with yoga and everything, so I thought I had a pretty good knowledge. Not that I didn't, but definitely starting the classes and doing anatomy with Jan and doing philosophy with Alka. I came to learn pretty fast that there was a lot to learn here in the best way. Every class that we went to with Taryn was just very informative. Not just informative, but immersive in any form that it could be when it came to her cueing, like her telling us how we should stand, turning the hips a little bit. Like you think you know all these things, but then coming into it, there's like such minute things and also big things that you can learn from, which I think you kind of forget when you aren't particularly in a class. So every class you came to, there was something new you were learning or experiencing, and just able to, or if you didn't know something, she had a little bit more to say about it that she could dive into. Just really having so much knowledge and just feeling like you could ask any question that you wanted to. One of the biggest things I think taking away from it, as I can remember Taryn saying the first day of, or first week probably, because everyone was a little bit skeptical about if they wanted to teach, but obviously we came to teaching yoga certification. So at the end of the day, I think everyone had a little bit of peace in their minds that they wanted to teach. But then when you get immersed and just see how much information there is to be had, it gets a little scary to a certain extent. And the first week, everyone was like, maybe I'll teach. And I was one of those, but I knew going into it, I wanted to teach. From my first week to my fourth week, my answer definitely changed. And that's from the classes, it's from Taryn and Jan and Alka, and just soaking in so much information and learning so much. It gave us so much more confidence, especially myself, gave me so much more confidence to believe that I could really conquer all my fears and do anything, but especially be a yoga teacher. And so, yeah, that was something that was taken away from me. That was very big. But again, Taryn's classes were just always so informative, like always just so much love. Like if you had a question, you would never stray it away. Like it'd be like, please tell me more. How can we elaborate on it more? Yawn and anatomy took 1,000 questions. Like he was always just so willing to answer them with just support. And you can see how they bring curiosity out in people, because I mean, so many questions, and which is beautiful, because some people are very scared to ask questions. And I think you see that a lot in schools, just because I don't know if that has to do with teachers or yourself, and just y'all's presence had allowed everyone to feel like they could genuinely ask anything and get as much information as they possibly wanted. Alka was our philosophy teacher, and she was also just a beautiful, amazing woman who also just so much information. I did not know much about yoga philosophy. I didn't know about yoga philosophy. I mean, you hear about the chakras and everything and the spirituality, but the knowledge that Alka was able to give us in the yogi way of life, it was just so intriguing, and not only intriguing, but just like beautiful to hear, and like how you really can change your perspective in your life just by not doing poses and everything, and breath work, which is something I need to work on, but just hearing how all these things can change your life was really inspiring. Everyone here has just been amazing, and I can't thank them enough. Right when you pull into the venue, you can just tell it's a very sweet, quaint, beautiful venue that is here to serve you and help you with anything you can. When you walk in, you can see the shala, and the shala looks over the rice fields, and you're just like, oh, I'm in Bali. Like, this is just amazing. Yeah, and then you go upstairs for anatomy, and you're in a sweet little room with Jan and Taryn, and you just feel like you're in school again. And you know, it's just, but in a different way, where it's more relaxed, where you don't feel as stressed. And like I said, like you don't feel like you have to worry about like a big test or something. Like you just make it so comfortable where it's fun to go to class. And that was something I've struggled with a lot in my life. But so yeah, so the shala and everything was beautiful. You have your own space with all the other yogis. And so every morning we have breakfast together, and everyone kind of gets to just sit and chill and just be a human and focus on making connections and kind of leaving the yoga stuff when we go to the shala and to the classroom. And so everyone just in that area I feel like feels like it allows them to let their guard down and be themselves. And you have the little pool that you can go in. I was very worried a little bit about having a roommate, I'm not gonna lie, but it was crazy. We had so much in common. I have no complaints about the rooms or the acquaintances that were around me. You could go have your own space if you really needed it. And then if you wanted some company and didn't feel like being alone, you could join everyone. I love how it's put together. Like it's separated. You have where you can kind of be, and then you can come and do the yoga and everything that you really came here for. But everyone needs a little break now and then. And so I think it was really nice to have that. And you just felt very safe here. A lot of people honestly felt like we were in a bubble. Like sometimes you would forget that you were in Bali in the best way. You had so much fun with your yogis and built this connection where it was like, you didn't really need anything more than that. And so yeah, it just was such a safe and loving environment that I really wouldn't trade for the world. Yeah, it was one of the best months that I could have really ever asked for. If you're looking for an experience to challenge yourself, to grow, to immerse yourself in people that are like-minded and want to do all the things of the yogis, but also work on yourself and be yourself and just have an authentic experience, Loka Yoga is an amazing choice. I have no regrets. It exceeded my expectations. I feel like coming out of this that I've grown a lot more than I really expected to, I think, in 1 month, and you kind of find it very surreal how much you do grow in a month and how much this month might seem like a year just with how much has happened. It was truly an amazing experience, and I don't think there's really words to describe the gratitude and gratefulness that I have coming here and allowing myself to really just fall into it. And like I said, with the teachers, they just allow you to embrace yourself fully and really encourage you to bring that side out of you. I highly recommend anyone who's wanting to take that journey to sign up real fast, because you won't regret it and you'll get so much more out of it than you probably ever thought you would. Forever grateful, and I thank Loka Yoga School for everything they've done for me, and I'm excited to teach and go into the world, and I don't find that I really would have found that confidence without being here. Thank y'all. Thank you, Loka Yoga School,